Hey everyone! Welcome back to our channel. Today, we have some breaking news from France. In a shocking turn of events, the French left coalition has come out on top in the elections, defeating the far right. Let's dive into the details. After French President Emmanuel Macron's surprise decision to call snap elections last month, another shock came for French voters as the far-right National Party, RN, did not receive the majority of parliamentary seats that pollsters had predicted. In fact, it didn't even come close. With voter turnout at its highest rate in more than 40 years, initial estimates suggested the majority of seats would go to the New Popular Front, NFP, a left-wing coalition that formed just days after Macron announced the legislative elections. The will of the people must be strictly respected, Jean-Luc Mélenchon, the left-wing leader, told a crowd of hundreds of supporters in northern Paris Sunday evening. He declared the results a victory for the newly formed alliance, stating that the results were evidence of the country's outright refusal of a far-right government. "Our people have clearly rejected the worst-case scenario," he said. Tonight, the national rally is far from having an absolute majority.
First of all, we are so immensely relieved. You see tonight, we are allowed something that we had started to doubt. And that is the love for our country.
Early results put the left-wing NFP with the most seats, but short of the absolute majority needed to govern. Macron's centrist Ensemble coalition came in second, and the far-right RN in third. Final results aren't expected until early Monday morning, but with no party reaching an absolute majority, the country's future remains uncertain. Prime Minister Gabriel Attal announced his resignation about an hour after the results came in Sunday evening.
Tonight, the political party I have represented during this campaign has 3 times more MPs than we were predicted last week, but we do not have a majority. In order to honour our Republican values, tomorrow morning I will submit my resignation to the President of the Republic.
Macron will be under pressure to appoint someone from the NFP coalition. The elections saw a 67.1% turnout, the highest in over 40 years, indicating an outright rejection of a far-right government. Despite the RN making its most significant gains in the party's history, its campaign was tainted by accusations of racism and anti-Semitism. At the RN electoral base in eastern Paris, supporters watched in shock and disbelief as the initial figures came in. "I'm incredibly disappointed, but democracy has spoken," Jocelyn Cousin, a 19-year-old RN supporter, told NPR minutes after the first results were announced. Party leader Marine Le Pen was nowhere to be seen, instead sending out her young protégé and party president, 28-year-old Jordan Bardella, to give a somber speech acknowledging the party's underwhelming results. "Unfortunately, alliances of dishonor tonight have deprived the French people of a policy of recovery," he said, adding that the party's fight for power was far from over. More than ever, the national rally embodies the only alternative and will stand by the French people. "We don't want power for power's sake, but to give it back to the French people." It's clear that this election has reshaped the French political landscape. The rise of the NFP coalition marks a significant shift, and the coming days will reveal how these changes will impact the country's future. What do you think of the election results? Are you surprised by the outcome? Let us know in the comments below. That's all for today's video. If you enjoyed this update, make sure to give us a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more international news and updates. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.